Hello. Today we are doing a podcast rating all of the Call of Duty games pretty much. And we'll have information about what year they released, how many copies they sold in a year, and just our personal experiences with the game. Alright, let's get with it. First up on our list, Advanced Warfare. Came out 2014, sold 21.76 million copies in its first year.
Straight trash.
Trash?
For weapons, I'm saying.
Right.
Just for weapons.
The multiplayer was a big downside for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The campaign was
beautiful.
The campaign was
amazing.
amazing.
Beautiful. It had some really good storytelling. And it really felt like it had a lot of weight to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It really felt like the things that happened in the game actually.
I also feel like it was pretty decently revolutionary with the double jump and the boost. Because it was the first game at the time to do it.
I mean, like it was one of the first few games in Call of Duty to be in the future, like in the far future.
Yeah.
Where they have
boost,
exosuits, boosts, all that stuff. It's pretty crazy. And that kind of segued into this little phase Call of Duty had where they went into the future.
Oh, yeah. They did that a bunch after Advanced Warfare.
That was like the first
game
for the futuristic. It was, a lot of people didn't like it. Some people did. It was really just, it was kind of divided.
It was a very middle game.
Yeah.
So I give it
very average. So I think it deserves at least a B tier. All right. Next up on our list, Black Ops 1. Came out in 2010, 11 years ago now. We were like
7.
yeah, 5, 6.
5 or 6 whenever it came out. Sold almost 40 or 31 million in its first year. Sold 30.99 first year. So which is pretty good for a Call of Duty game back then. 2010, not much of the Call of Duty games were very known at the time.
They brought zombies as well.
They brought zombies with it. They introduced zombies with that game.
Actually, no. Zombies came out with World at War.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to cut that part out.
All right, but Black Ops 1, its campaign, its zombies, and its multiplayer were all very solid. It was very generic, but also it had its own twist to it, and that's what I really liked about it. Like the weapon customizations, it was it had a lot of weapons from around the Cold War era, around the 1960s through 1980s, and it was really nice. It just had an overall great aesthetic. The zombies, it was a very fun challenge if you were up to it. Very immersive with the maps, such as like Nocturne and Toten, Call of the Dead, 5. Those are very challenging maps, and if you were up for the challenge, you were pleased with the great reward, and it was just an overall fun experience.
The only bad thing I have about Black Ops 1 in the multiplayer, most of the guns are either really, really weak or just super overpowered.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the snipers. It was almost, most of the time a one-hit kill.
Shot, yeah.
But, like, it just was not.
There was no quick ADS. You know?
No.
It'd take you about 5 seconds just to zoom in.
And if you did do it quick, it'd just go straight
somewhere
everywhere else.
Anywhere else but the person. But yeah. Overall, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, I think, was actually a pretty solid game, and it was a good introduction to the Black Ops series.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even talk about the campaign.
Oh, the campaign.
Campaign gave us Mason, Woods, Hudson.
It's a good start to the Black Ops trilogy, you know?
It does. It is a pretty good start, and then it leads into Black Ops 2 with Mason's son, and then it was just overall really
beautiful.
Good.
Yeah. Very good.
Really well that game.
I'd give it
an S.
An S.
Yeah.
All right.
This for sure better.
Next, we have in the Black Ops, like everything. We got Black Ops 2. Came out 2 years after. Did a little less good in sold copies, about 29.55 million in its first year, but still, really good game.
This game was the best.
It was solid.
It was
I
really,
felt like
really
they did
cool,
they took everything good about Black Ops 1
They just made it better.
and then just, made it better.
I mean, overall, if it was like on a scale of 1 to 3, no, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it around 8. The multiplayer, the campaign, and the zombies, they were all just
really
great
well.
experiences. They were all really well made, and I really felt like Black Ops 2 was like the love project of Treyarch.
Yeah.
Guns were balanced and everything.
The guns were balanced. The skins, the weapon customizations, everything was just beautiful about the game, and the ranking system. Overall, it was a really solid game. The campaign, I like how you have multiple options and how you want the game to end. And the zombies, it was one of the first, it was the zombies game that introduced the storyline, which eventually led on to Black Ops 3. So it was overall very well done. And it included the part system where you could start to build your own mechanics in zombies, which I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Touching on the campaign a little bit, I feel like they did a really good job tying in parts from Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Like, there's some missions where you go pretty much back in time and play as the original Mason in Woods, and I feel like they did that all really well.
And then about Nuketown, when they brought it back from Black Ops 1.
Oh, yeah. The modernization from Nuketown to Black Ops 2 was just overall really good.
And there's always also the aesthetic overall. It's just, around that time you got esports coming on, you had FaZe, they were coming on with quit scopes. It was a good year for gaming. A lot of people enjoyed it, and it really brought a bunch of new people to the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah. That's when Call of Duty was popping off at the time. That time.
That's when it started to go at its peak. It was really great.
It was. Overall, I honestly think...
for me, it's an SS.
It's definitely up there. A little better than Black Ops 1, just because all the balanced guns and multiplayer. And they did a really good job with zombies. All right, next up, Black Ops 3. It came out 2015, 3 years after Black Ops 2. So it's the longest time so far between games. It didn't do quite as well as the first two, 26.72 million copies sold first year, but boy, was that a really good game.
It was a dang good game.
It was like an older brother of Advance.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Warfare. If Advanced Warfare had an older sibling that was 1,000 times better, that's Black Ops 3.
They took what Advanced Warfare wanted to do and then just made it better.
They made it so
with the double jump, the boost.
The mechanics are just overall, they're a lot smoother than Advanced Warfare. For me, in Advanced Warfare, the mechanics felt kind of clunky.
Choppy. And
but in Black Ops 3, everything just felt smooth. It's like they took Advanced Warfare and roughed out all the edges, and they just made it perfect.
Yeah. They also added the specialist.
Yeah, the specialist.
Specialist.
That was I like the customization options as well with the specialists and the weapons. It was just the specialist mechanics also is beautiful. You got a lot of variety in weapons. You got other abilities that they can use, and it just expanded the type of playstyles you can have in BO3.
It had really good weapon skins. Gave us dark matter.
Oh yeah.
Good gold, diamond campaign or camo. It was just overall a good game. Also, zombies.
Yeah, the zombies was great as well, but I want to go back to multiplayer. The DLC weapons were absolutely amazing. Like, you got all the melee weapons, all the added guns. And the best part is none of them were extremely OP. They were all kind of evened out, or at least reskins of other weapons, but that's okay because you don't like, if you don't need those weapons to be good at the game, you still everything's balanced out, and I actually really
you need skill to be good at the game.
Like, you don't just buy this gun and automatically you're the best.
Be the best.
You have to put time into the game.
It's a grind.
It was also first Black Ops game to give us other type of melee weapons instead of knives. It gave us bats, boxing gloves,
axes, almost any melee
butterfly
weapon.
Knives, everything.
Butterfly knives,
It's really,
it was overall really good.
Really innovative. And I feel like Black Ops 3 is probably another love project. Like Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, those probably the best.
They put the most work into them.
Like
they really wanted these games to be good, and it shows.
It really does show, honestly. In the zombies maps, now, Shadows of Evil, it was lacking at first, but it's kind of like wine. At first, it's very difficult for new players, but it's
to learn and everything.
Yeah, but at some point, it's kind of like a good introduction because it sets you up for how difficult the game might be for some people, And you don't always have to follow the traditional routes. You don't have to do Easter eggs. You can do it your own way, but it kind of holds your hand a little bit, and I like that.
Yeah.
But it also has this difficulty to it. It's not everything set like right in front of you.
Yeah.
It makes you think a lot. Those maps are very Easter eggs too.
Compared to like Black Ops 1, where it's just a simple open this door, get perks, and then kill zombies. It's completely different. You have to.
It gives you an objective.
Yeah, it gives you something. It gives you
the
game.
Clues
something
to find.
Yeah. And it pushes you forward to keep trying to do better at the game, and I really enjoy that. And that goes for all of the Black Ops 3 maps. And I love the fact that Chronicles brought back older master maps and put them on the new engine.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love that. Black Ops 3 is probably one of the best zombies games that there is.
Yeah. All right. Overall rating, I honestly, because of the multiplayer campaign was lacking a lot.
Oh, yeah, that was
honestly.
really
The
lacking.
campaign was actually really good.
That's the only thing that brings it down to an S. Like
Yeah.
it would be an SS, but
The
the
campaign.
campaign just kind of it did not make any sense. It was all over
Did
the
not
place.
connect at all. It was completely different from the other two Black Ops games, and that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, a bunch of people are really looking forward to,
Yeah.
to tie in again.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. They decided to go in their own way, which is okay, but
Yeah,
the campaign wasn't the best.
Everything else evens it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like because all the other stuff, multiplayer, zombies,
It'd be an S.
yeah, it's definitely an S. Black Ops 4.
Ooh, yikes.
2018, a couple years again after, did not do well
Yeah.
at all compared to the first three. 14.3 million.
Yeah.
That game was just
It-
not it.
It was
No.
not good.
It was. I feel like first of all they didn't even have a campaign,
No,
which
that-
was
that-
very very heartbreaking to hear.
Yeah.
Because the Black Ops campaigns, you always look forward to.
Yeah. I mean, especially after the disappointment of Black Ops 3, we were hoping that they'd redeem themselves in
Mhm,
Black Ops 4 and
mhm.
reconnect it, but that wasn't the case.
They instead of doing the campaign, they instead added a battle royale.
Oh, yeah.
Because
And
I feel like the rising hype from Fortnite, because around that time
Yeah.
it was coming out, battle royales were getting up there. They just thought they'd do a lot better with the
Yeah.
battle royale than the campaign.
to me, that made me realize that this maybe Activision just doesn't care about the fans anymore. You got to think about it. You know, nobody was really asking for a battle royale. Everybody wanted a campaign, but the reason why they did put a battle royale is just so they can make a profit off of it.
Because that's when the time where
Yeah,
Fortnite
because
was
everything
peaking
was booming.
itself.
Yeah, everybody
With
was,
battle passes,
Yeah,
loot
so-
crates again.
all
everything.
they wanted was money. So they really
That was
turned me the
very-
wrong way. And
yeah.
it was,
It put a dent in my love for Black Ops.
yeah, and it was just overall Call of Duty games in general. It's just sometimes they just
Because most
Just
of the
kill
Call
it
of Duty
sometimes,
games
yeah.
after most of the Black Ops games and in that genre after 4 just kind of went down, honestly. Yeah, the multiplayer, it was iffy.
It was like Black Ops 3, but just like
it was worse.
It was a lot worse than Black Ops 3.
It was like if Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 had a kid, and the kid was not good.
Not
It
good.
was not.
Yeah.
It was basically everything Advanced Warfare was, but they tried making a Black Ops 3.
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
It
at all.
didn't
Smooth.
work.
The Battle Royale was okay. It felt kind of clunky because I feel like Call of Duty and Battle Royale games,
They won't go
They
because
didn't
don't
work out.
they don't go.
Yeah.
They don't go.
At the time, they didn't work well together, but as we go on later, we talk about Warzone. They
They did fix it up a lot.
yeah.
I think they used a different engine
Yeah, they used a different engine
to make the battle royale. It was just
It just didn't
like-
work.
yeah,
out.
like
They
you
don't-
said,
they don't
clunky.
work.
yeah.
all right. Black Ops 4.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than Advanced Warfare.
It's not better. It'd be like a C or D.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a C. Give it the benefit of the doubt at least. COD. Okay, next we have Call of Duty 4. It came out in 2007, a while ago.
We were
the first,
two.
Yeah,
2
we're
or 3 years old.
yeah.
Holy cow.
It did decent for a game back in 2007. Sold 7 million copies in the first year. But I feel like it would have been a lot higher if many people had consoles back then.
Yeah. I mean, that was before the PS3 even
PS3,
came out. PS3 came out in 2008.
Mhm.
So, it was a good introduction. It was one of the first Modern Warfare games that came out.
Yeah.
That was like their beta, basically.
It started the whole Modern Warfare. The one thing that confuses me though is that they used the 4.
And they didn't
They
put like
didn't-
anything before it.
Yeah, it was the first and they named it 4. That kind of confused me at first.
Yeah.
But campaign really set everything up for the Modern Warfare.
That campaign was beautiful.
It was amazing.
And I liked how they connect with Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. I like how they all work
They
together, you know?
yes, they did what Black Ops tried to do,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they just did it with all
And
the
it
games.
works. I mean,
It works
the
very
campaign is
well.
absolutely beautiful, and it all just smoothly
The
connects.
multiplayer, it gave a shipment.
Shipment,
Oh,
that
yeah,
map
that was-
is a classic. I love
Straight classic.
Yeah, and the multiplayer mechanics, they were pretty good, and I like the idea that they added specialists.
Specialist.
And, not specialists, but special tools you could use in the game, like night vision and stuff
Items.
like that.
Oh yeah,
items
yeah.
you could
Accessories
use.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was really neat. And also, I feel like Modern Warfare is one of the first Call of Duty games a lot of people played. I mean, it was one of the first ones that actually blew
It
up.
got them into it.
Yeah, it really
and it was
set-
a
That's
good
where, like-
one to
like-
get into
yeah,
it.
it was a great game to get into.
That's why like trick shotting started to come up.
Yeah. They
in Modern Warfare.
did a lot with that.
So Modern Warfare being one of the first well-known Call of Duty games, I think it's pretty well done.
I think it honestly deserves an S.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it would be a bit better if it wasn't as bad quality, but it was 2007.
But I
It was
mean,
at the
yeah, it
time.
was like the starting of.
And we'll touch on the remastered version of it, which just was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
They basically gave it a glossy coat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they changed engines to make the game.
It looks
It
beautiful.
was
It's
beautiful.
basically what Modern Warfare was, but new graphics.
New
It really
graphics.
worked out. Now the
Yeah.
multiplayer was a little bit lacking, to be honest. It didn't have the same feel as the original Modern Warfare, but it was still pretty good.
It was very good still.
Yeah.
All right, S tier. Next on our list is Cold War, 2020.
The only one good thing about it, they brought Black Ops 2 maps.
Yes, they did very good, bringing back some of the older maps, and they tried very hard to
make 'em
tie in the
better.
campaign from Black Ops 1. I'm pretty sure it's a direct sequel to Black Ops 1,
Yeah.
which it was very nice seeing those old characters
Yeah.
and new graphics like
It was-
Woods,
it's beautiful,
Hudson.
honestly, it was.
The campaign had pretty good twists
Yeah.
too.
It was great.
It was great. It had multiplayer. Honestly,
Honest, it's not bad.
it's not a bad game.
To me, it just feels like a copy and paste of Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiplayer.
They tried very hard making it Modern Warfare because Modern Warfare 2019 came out a year before, and they just tried living up to that hype.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that they used in the new engine. The new engine, actually, I love the way it works.
It helped the
Yes.
game very well.
Yeah.
It helped it.
But I feel like Cold War really doesn't have that much individuality between it and Modern Warfare.
It
when comes to
doesn't have
multiplayer.
anything special
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
It basically feels like Black Ops 1 with better graphics and like newer mechanics.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure that's what they're
That's what
mainly
they're
trying to
trying to
go
go
to.
for. But it just doesn't have this individuality that we were looking for. You know, it's not like a remaster or anything. You know, they're trying to be its own game.
They're trying to be its own thing.
Yeah.
They had pretty decent maps too.
Honestly, the maps were actually
It was very nice seeing Nuketown, new graphics and
yeah.
everything.
Oh, Nuketown.
That made it. Oof. The zombies though. The zombies is
Zombies
actually
is really
pretty fun.
I actually
Oh,
really
yeah.
like the zombies.
I really like how they did it.
Yeah.
They made the weapons. They gave it instead of doing just one pack-a-punch.
You could
can
do
do
multiple.
multiple.
Yeah. And
Make your guns really good.
and it like pushes you to try harder and get more money. And it also has Easter eggs too.
Oh, yeah.
You also could build stuff, and that's what I really like. It took everything that like Black Ops 3 was, and they made it a little bit better, but also it's different from Black Ops 3. You know, and I kind of like it. You know,
They did their own thing for zombies,
Yeah.
which I enjoy much.
now
Honestly,
comparing it to Black Ops 3, I feel like Black Ops 3 is completely different from Cold War Zombies, but I still enjoy them both. You know, I think they're both very well made.
yes, they were both pretty good. All right, let's rate it. It was honestly, people are dogging it a little bit. I honestly would give it
A B or
A
an A.
B or A.
B or A. I don't think it can be classified as the same as Advanced Warfare. Okay, we gotta go to lunch. A.
I'll just pause it, right?
Yeah, just pause it.
I've seen better.
What? Hey, yo, pause.
Got it. Look, you want to feel
I
it?
remember someone told me in an interview, you have to roll up your dick or something.
What the
I'm
hell?
like, what the fuck? So I'm like, no. In second hour, Gus Hawkins searched up. No, not Gus. Someone else searched it up. I think it was Gus or someone else. Who has the biggest dick in the world? That's just to hear.
Yeah.
Just kneecap. Yeah, I'm that guy.
All right, I know where.
Dang, bro, I'm happy for you, bro.
Okay, next we got Call of Duty Ghosts.
So we're on Call of Duty. Are we going already?
Yeah. All right.
How much time we got left? We got 18 minutes. So
Sound
we
like
got,
a
we got plenty.
sound like a drown. All right.
All right, let's go. What are we doing? Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Ghosts came out 2013, sold 19 million copies first year, and a bunch of people give this game a bad rap.
Yeah,
but I
a lot of
honestly don't think it was that bad.
You know, at the
It's-
time,
I honestly really like the campaign. I'm pretty sure it was one of the first Call of Duty games to have some destructive buildings, you know? Like, there's a couple maps where you can, like, blow a hole in a wall and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was...
Well, for me, it felt like. I don't know what game it'd be like. Black Ops 1, like the sniping was slow too.
Oh,
yeah.
the sniping was really slow in
Everything
Call
was
of
pretty
Duty
slow.
Ghosts. Like Call of Duty Ghosts was actually a really slow-paced game. It's so slow-paced game compared to Black Ops, all the other Black
Yeah.
Ops game, Modern Warfare. It's really slow-paced.
Pace.
Paced. I kept saying placed, but Overall, honestly, the campaign, the multiplayer was okay.
No,
There was a lot of
right.
new features implemented in.
There was
Ghosts.
instead of zombies, they had extinction.
Extinction is actually really fun.
That was
I feel
really
like
fun.
the only reason compared to the newer games that came out after after Call of Duty Ghosts, it's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
You know, compared to like.
At the time, people thought it was bad
people-
because
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't really understand. Like there
didn't-
was no bad Call of Duty game before that. If I do say
Mhm.
honestly, and then the bad games like compared to games like Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
It was pretty good.
it was a pretty decent game just to hop on and play
Start
it.
playing.
Yeah.
The campaign was honestly one of my favorites.
Yeah, that campaign is actually.
The campaign had that one guy. God,
I don't remember
no,
their names.
that one final boss at the very end of the game.
Mhm.
You're just sitting on the beach watching like the big boats just getting destroyed. And I
when
remember
they were getting bombed and stuff.
I remember playing that mission and sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for something to happen just to realize I can look around, and as soon as I looked to my right, I got socked in the face straight, and then I realized,
man.
damn, this is a cliffhanger game.
Yeah.
And that really kind of that broke me.
That broke. Yeah.
I was really
Because you want to
waiting.
know what it.
Yeah, it's like what happens next, but you just,
Yeah, but and then there's no
two.
two.
Dang.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, Call of Duty Ghosts is really innovative. I like the
Oh,
fact you
yeah.
can destroy some of the weapons, the interactive maps. I really enjoyed
Mhm.
that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And there's there's Easter eggs even in multiplayer, and I really love that about the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly,
I give it about an A.
and it honestly is
Yeah.
up there with them. I'd give it
For that time,
an
it was a
8
really
too.
good game.
really.
Yeah.
For that time.
All right, now going on to not so good games. Infinite Warfare, 2016, 13.27 million copies. If I'm being honest, I haven't played this game.
I've only played
I've
it,
watched
twice.
videos of it and I've seen people break it down, but I've never played it. I know it also has
The boost.
the boost and all that stuff, and there's also some of it takes place in space, so you're floating around.
It was
But-
basically like advanced.
It was basically
the same thing as advanced.
yeah,
But
pretty much
but
in
space.
In space.
Space. I don't really have much to say about this one because
I mean, weapons were just like everything that advanced and Infinite Warfare were basically the same,
yeah,
except where it took
it
place.
basically Advanced and Infinite are basically
Brothers.
twins.
Yeah, twins.
it's just twins, but like one is like taller or something like that, just
Yeah.
a little different.
Yeah.
So, not much.
Not much.
Honestly. Since I haven't played it, I'll give it a C.
See.
But I don't really know what else to say about it. Okay, going on from bad games, we got honestly pretty decent game. Modern Warfare 2019.
This brought back Call of Duty.
This
They brought it back.
This brought
Yeah.
back Call of Duty, in a
Yeah.
whole. It came out 2019. Sold 30 million copies. I feel like that number would be higher if there wasn't online downloads and stuff.
That's true.
I bet there was so many downloads of this.
Oh,
Same way as
yeah.
Warzone. Warzone had 400 million downloads. So the campaign, holy, I
No.
really like that
Campaign was really-
campaign.
And I like how they kind of it had the same look as Modern Warfare Remastered. You know, it looks really nice and overall clean. And some of the I'm not gonna lie, some of the scenes I thought looked real. You know,
Yeah,
the people
the
look
graphics
the-
are really.
Some of the
Yeah.
cutscenes, like in between missions,
They look-
I really thought those were real.
Yeah, and
They
then
were just beautiful.
This is one of the first games to use the new engine that they use now,
The
and
Battle.net.
it's awesome. It's amazing, to be honest. I love the mechanics. I love the way it feels a lot more realistic in my
Yes,
opinion.
it-
It feels like
the
all-
guns
yeah.
were
really
there.
well.
There was times where there were metas, and some guns were
You know, extreme
Buffs
way
and
over
extremely
nerfed.
like
yeah.
MP5, the
Stupid OP.
other M16. Is that the 1AR that everybody
Oh yeah,
uses
that's
at the time?
interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So, but it did something really good. It gave us Rust again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did
Oh,
what it did
yes.
what say BO2 did with Nuketown.
Nuketown.
It modernized it
They made
and
it.
then just made it look better. Holy,
Look beautiful. Rust
It-
looks beautiful.
the-
I'm not gonna.
the guns,
The gun-
the
the-
guns,
ooh.
the gunsmith customization,
all that. It's just
all
really
of
well
that
made.
was really well made. Yeah, the gunsmith is honestly probably one of the best parts about it.
Mhm.
The customization you're able to do with the guns, being able to take stuff off, put stuff on, and
and like the attachments, they look good. I'm not gonna lie. Like some attachments, they would change like the color in other games, but in this, they actually physically changed.
They looked real.
They look like real because there would be the different colors.
It
like
made
blacker or grayer.
Yeah. It just looks a lot more realistic compared to other Call of Duty weapons.
It made it pretty fun too. You being able to put any attachment on any gun. Like, who needs a sniper scope on a 7.2?
On an AR or SMG.
On an AR, SMG. But that's what made it fun. You were able to mess around.
You could mess with stuff. You could experiment and everything.
There was all the old stuff with it, like Search and Destroy, capture all those good old maps.
There's a couple, I'm not gonna lie, there's a couple bad maps in multiplayer.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Some of them are really big, and it makes for a slow-paced game.
Really slow-paced.
But they also had Shipment again, but that Shipment with that was pretty crazy.
It's really crazy. The akimbo pistols, bro.
Oh,
people
my.
are crazy with those. Shotguns.
Holy.
That's this game was what kept it alive during the pandemic too.
Really well made game.
Oh yeah.
During the pandemic, it is.
I
what
feel
kept
like
Call of Duty alive.
I feel like they released it in a pretty alright time because the pandemic just hit. Most people are at home. And I feel like that's what made this game as popular as it is. So the campaign really tied in with the other story. It was really nice seeing Price and all those other characters and really adding new ones in that didn't feel.
They didn't feel forced.
They didn't feel forced. They felt part of the story. Some of them were iffy, but overall, all of the characters were really good. The gameplay and it was
graphics,
just
everything
really
was
good.
really well.
Really good.
Really well made.
So, honestly, I feel like Modern Warfare 2019 gets an S tier. S tier. Okay, now we're starting the actual Modern Warfare franchise and everything with 2 and 3. But we're starting with Modern Warfare 2, 2009, 4.7 million copies. Isn't that
bad? But
it's not bad for the time, but still, I feel like it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, because this is as soon as the PS3 came out, a year after.
Yeah, it came short after it, and I really liked the campaign with this one. Honestly,
great.
I remember just sitting up late nights, just playing that stuff, seeing all those characters, getting your heart broken at some points when that one Captain Shepard. Oh my!
Ghost died. Rip Ghost, man.
Ghost.
He was a real one. Ghost was a real one.
He was with it for a while. Yeah, it was a very beloved character, and it kind of confuses me why they would take him out, but they did that in all 3 games. They killed a beloved character. Like in Modern Warfare 3, they took out Soap.
Rip Soap.
Soap was a character. But back on to Modern Warfare 2, I feel like this game really popped off because the
trick shotting,
yes.
Like FaZe, this was where it really.
This is
the first game.
Yeah,
this is the first game that like FaZe ever
like with
started.
that one map with the crane. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Where there was like the crane
I think
and then they would jump off
and they did ones with Rust. Rust was a very beloved map back then.
Yeah. Rust is probably one of the Call of Duty community's favorite maps. You know, it's like
it's such a classic.
Yeah, like it's
so simple.
And there's not too much space. You could just, if you want to have a 1v1 with a friend, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, or you could just play a multiplayer game with 6 people, and it doesn't feel too crowded. You know. Yeah. It still has that space, and you have a lot of places.
It's a very middle map size wise. Like it's not like you're like you said crowded all in one space the whole time. There's pretty good.
You're constantly playing.
Yeah.
You're basically moving buttons every time.
It's very this was very fast paced one. I think. So I honestly think Modern Warfare 2. I mean it was.
It's pretty great.
It was really well.
Campaign. Oh, and the co-op too. The co-op is
amazing.
I love the co-op.
Modern Warfare 3 did pretty good with the co-op too.
Both of those, like the special ops and both Modern Warfare 2
Oh
and
my
3,
goodness, I was just about to say that.
So good, man.
I remember playing those with my brother and stuff.
It's fun to play with friends and stuff.
It is,
you know?
and you're just all of them were like really fun to play. It was really challenging at sometimes too.
Like you had easy ones and you had challenging ones. It really just depends on how you're feeling.
I remember going through the training ones where you have to shoot all the things.
Yeah.
Getting the fastest time possible. Just going through, memorizing everything. It was honestly really fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is another S tier one.
Yeah, for sure.
Next on to the next one. Modern Warfare 3 came out a couple years after 2, but it did a little better than number 2. It sold 6.5 million copies in the first year and everything.
They probably did so much better because they saw what Modern Warfare 2 had, and they probably knew
And they
that
wanted
Modern Warfare
more.
3
They wanted
would have
more.
way more. Yeah, they'd be a better game.
Once again, campaign tied in perfectly. It was all really, really fun. Same with the special ops on this one.
Oh yeah.
Special ops did really good. Co-op or multiplayer, that I feel like the multiplayer kind of lacked in this one. It did a very good one with Terminal. Terminal was a very nostalgic one. I remember playing that one a bunch.
In the Modern Warfare franchise, the weapons were always balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Weapons were really good.
And
Snipers,
it was
ARs.
pretty fun because they were modern weapons.
Oh,
It's not like
They were
really
like
old
old
1940 weapons and not 2074 weapons.
Yeah, they're like modern weapons that people
At
still
that
use
time.
today. Yeah.
And that just made it fun playing with it, honestly. So, this is another,
I'd say S.
I'd say S tier. It was really, really, really fun. So, on to Modern Warfare Remastered. Modern Warfare Remastered. Alright. Starting with, once again, with another Modern Warfare game. It was basically the same.
As
It
the other
is
ones.
exactly the same as Call of Duty 4. It remastered it. Gave it better graphics.
It just basically gave it better graphics, FPS, and just made it so it ran smoothly and not so as choppy as
And
the one before.
it was really nice. What year did that come out? I think, I want to say like 2015.
It
honestly.
probably came out,
Around that
possibly.
time. It sold 3.4 million copies, but once again, this was another game where...
It came out really late. That
Really?
should've came out earlier.
Yeah. And there was also a bunch of downloads, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It came out whenever Xbox One, PS4 was starting up.
And digital downloads and everything.
Yeah, digital download was really, really popular then. So, yeah, it was pretty much
a really good game
same,
too, though.
same mechanics, same everything as
weapons,
Call of Duty 4, same weapons, just it gave it that real clear, glossy coat. It was really nice. I feel like since this is basically just a remake, I'll give it
A.
I'll give it an A, yeah. Right below S. Warzone 2020.
It was basically, it took out Battle Royale from Black Ops 4 and made it 10 times better.
10 times better. They did a really good job with this.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably, honestly, one of my favorite battle royales.
Yeah, because this is after they started using the new engine. So they already had
It
so
made
much.
everything run smoothly.
Oh, yeah.
It had 400 million downloads. This game was free, so
That's just crazy,
there
though.
was no hard copies, but yeah, 400 million downloads. And this came out once again, peak pandemic, pretty much. Everybody was at home, so I feel like that really
Everyone gave it a
helped with
try.
everything.
Everyone
yeah.
gave it a try.
And if you didn't like it,
was
you
like-
probably just went back to playing Modern Warfare in 2019. So yeah, Modern Warfare or Warzone was really good game. Like,
It kind of gave it another boost, like to keep it alive.
and whenever it was first coming out, oh my, that was the
That's when
peak.
it was, yeah.
Nobody was super good. Nobody was super bad.
Because if you think of it now, no one plays with it because of the hackers.
Yeah,
Everyone's not playing it because
They-
of hackers.
They're hackers every game, which kind of it's very
mean,
heartbreaking.
Yeah, because like you don't feel the fun anymore.
Yeah, there's
You
no
feel like-
fun. There's either 15 hackers in your lobbies,
And
or
you
the
just
whole
die like
lobby is
this.
sweats.
Yeah.
You can't even play much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They did keep the weapon customization,
Same, yeah.
and it was honestly pretty cool seeing that you can make your own class
Yeah,
and then
'cause-
put that into the battle royale.
Because they also, from the Modern Warfare game, the weapons you had already customized or upgraded, they would just transfer to
Yeah,
Warzone.
it just transferred over, so you didn't have to keep grinding and
grinding.
grinding.
or restart or anything.
Yeah, that was a really good. That was a really good.
made game.
Yeah, so it was. The only bad thing was, the hackers,
Hackers.
sweats, and for a little bit there were 3 guns that were just way overpowered. It
there
was
was a lot of nerfs and
MP5, the Growl, the M16. All those guns were just
From there, like
crazy.
most of
I
the
feel like
weapons
I feel
are
like they're trying to do a little bit better, balancing all the guns and everything, and they have. I'll
they
give
have,
them that.
yeah.
They have done pretty good at it, but I just feel like
They could do
they
better.
could do better.
Yeah.
If they added an anti-cheat and everything,
Oh, that's what they need to do. Yes.
it would make the game playable again.
More people would start going back to it
Hmm.
if they'd add an anti-cheat on
Yeah. So next we got World at War 2008. Oh, we didn't even rate Warzone. I feel like it's another
it.
S.
Yeah.
It was
Really good
very,
game.
very good. World at War 2008. I think, honestly, I played this game like a couple times.
I haven't played it. No.
It came out in 2008 and it sold
15.7.
15.7 million copies. And 2008 was really good. Compared to another game coming out around that time.
It was Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 only sold 4.7. And another Call of Duty 4 came out a year before.
Yeah.
And it only sold 7 million. So I feel like that was a pretty good jump.
It was probably like I don't know much about World War at War.
I know the campaign is really good. It did a pretty good job tying in actually World at War.
Mm-hmm.
Like it did. I'm pretty sure there's a mission about you're on Normandy Beach.
Oh.
I remember playing that. It was honestly really fun. Like, and the graphics weren't too bad. Yeah. It was 2008, so they couldn't be really good. The multiplayer, I think I played it a couple times. It's not bad.
A lot of old weapons, I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm, yeah, the weapons were honestly pretty fun to use too. Having the old guns kind of just felt a little cool. Like,
it's like you could experience.
Yeah, you basically had experienced like what it was like using the weapons.
Yeah.
And because they weren't very good, so you actually had to be good. It's not like, let's say, Warzone, whenever the guns are incredibly good, 2-hit kills, no matter what, and you don't got to do anything. These guns were not good damage because back then they weren't very good. They
contain way more bullets and everything.
So this game is honestly a pretty. I'm gonna give it an A.
I can't say much because I didn't play it.
Yeah, it was a pretty middle ground game, and this is one of the first games that have zombies too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's probably good zombies. Probably too good.
Yeah, the zombies. I mean, as good as it could be for being the first. They're experimenting a lot. There's a couple maps. There's like 2 or 3 maps, but I feel like it still did pretty good. So yeah, I'll give it an A because not that much experience with it and everything, but yeah, it was still pretty good. Last on our list, we got Call of Duty World War II.
That was a pretty fun game. The maps that they had were based from World War II.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of felt like World at War, just with another
buff of graphics and weapons.
Yeah, it came out in 2017, and it sold 13.4 million copies. But once again, around digital downloads, so I felt like that.
Way more downloads than copies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody's now just getting, instead of hard copies, just getting downloads.
Download it.
But yeah, I feel like this is
the
graphics, everything was really good. The multiplayer, I really liked playing that.
Oh, yeah. The multiplayer was really, really fun with snipers.
The snipers were balanced. Snipers weren't too bad, but weren't incredibly good, where it doesn't take much skill to use. But, yeah, it was quite a
really well game.
I don't remember much of the campaign, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I played the campaign on World War II. But I heard it was good, so.
Yeah. All right, I feel like this, another A.
Yeah.
And that concludes our tier list of this. I feel like all these games are good.
Oh yeah, they're all fun.
They're all.
They have their pros and cons, but
yeah, they all have pros and cons. Like Black Ops 4, like it wasn't too bad of a game, but
it was alright.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
Same with Infinite Warfare. It just came out wrong time with the wrong stuff. Honestly, it didn't play into the.
Most of the times it was just like the release dates that messed them up, because like
they released them in a pretty iffy time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, once again with those 2 games, they just kept trying to make them too future, which kind of killed it.
Because they just look way too.
Because whenever you were starting off with the Black Ops games, one was in the past, like
old, like 1980s.
Yeah, 1980s. And then Black Ops 2 wasn't too futuristic.
It was like 2000s.
It's placed in 2025, which isn't too far now. But it didn't feel super shoved down your throat that it's futuristic.
Right, yeah.
They had some iffy things.
But they're pretty well.
But they're, all really well. So that concludes our podcast rating Call of Duty games. So, yeah.